Hello and welcome to week 2 of EDU 507. Great work week 1. I apologize for the initial remarks not showing up as they should. I still don't know why that is happening. So if for some reason you cannot find it under the week 1 content or week 2 content, please go to Tools, Discussions, and you should be able to find the week 1 opening remarks there. I think everybody responded, but there might be a couple of you who haven't. I will still give you points if you haven't responded to week 1 since it wasn't showing correctly. So please try to find that in the discussions list and respond to it as soon as you are able if you haven't already. This week, we're working on teacher self-awareness and self-agency. This learning and the work you do with individuals who have been impacted by trauma can be exhausting. You can feel defeated. You can also feel exhilarated, but you never know which it'll be on any given day. Also, you'll find that a strategy will work for a certain amount of time, and then all of a sudden it doesn't. So that is why we must continue to learn. I will be posting these slides. Please open them up and watch this video here. It's about knowing what state a person's brain is, because that could be helpful for when you're trying to deal with somebody who may be having a crisis. Our focus for week 2 is teacher self-awareness and agency. Who is it about? What is driving my response to students? Name it to tame it. Stay curious to defeat the defensive. And 6-step communication process, intention versus impact. That is from Sowers and Hall 2016. Those are the things that you'll be reading about this week. And really, it's all about knowing and remembering your why. Why are you doing this work? More notes from the reading. Stay grounded amid chaos. What will help you remember your cement shoes? Again, from Sowers and Hall 2016. What keeps you grounded? Why are you still there? A mantra from Professor Sexauer, who wrote these slides, is Q-tip. Quit taking it personally. It's not about you. Almost nothing that happens in your classroom is personally about you. It is generally about the student or something else that is going on in their life. This is one that I try to remember a lot in the prison world, because when a guy comes in and he's just completely dysregulated, it's almost always about something that happened outside of the classroom. To do this week, our learning objectives are explaining trauma, its prevalence, ACEs, and the impact of ACEs in the classroom. Articulate a position about the importance of focusing on self as an appropriate response to classroom trauma. And explain Simon Sinek's why perspectives and how it is related to how legendary leaders like Steve Jobs, Martin Luther King Jr., and the Wright brothers were/are able to inspire rather than manipulate in order to motivate people. The activities for this week. You're going to watch the video and TED Talk, The Golden Circle. There's a video inside this slide deck to watch as well. You're going to read Sowers and Hall, parts 1 and 2, complete discussion board learning activities, and assignment 1, which we will get to momentarily, and make sure that you respond to initial remarks. And I do believe in the Oxford comma. All right, discussion board prompt 1. After you read the first Julie scenario, that is written poorly, after you first read the Julie scenario, which of the 5 responses to her behavior did you lean towards? Why do you suppose that was the case? And then after reading further, did you modify your thinking about Julie and your response to her? Please remember to respond to 2 peers and include citations. So at the very least, you're responding to a scenario, you should have that book cited. Discussion board number 2, reflect on the quote and answer the questions below. Here's the quote. Although it causes disequilibrium for us as adults and caregivers, the tornado itself is simply the student's effort to manage the intensity of his or her situation. Sowers and Hall, page 56. Should have a year on it as well. Without using real names, tell us about a time in your professional practice when a student was in a tornado state and you experienced disequilibrium. What was it about this student's tornado state that triggered you? What was the impact on the group when you became dysregulated? Knowing what you know about the role of teacher self-awareness, if you could go back and do this experience over again, what would you do differently and why? Please respond to at least 2 peers and include citations in all your posts. All right, looking ahead, we have assignment 1 due this upcoming Saturday at midnight, and assignment number 2 is due February 1st, which is an annotated bibliography sample. You should be able to click here and hopefully get to a sample shared by Dr. Sexauer. Assignment 1, I'm going to pull it up in here, is 3 to 5 pages of writing, or 4 to 5 pages of written content. The purpose is to clarify your mission and values as a trauma-informed educator. You need to include these 3 sections. So after reading part 2 of Sowers and Hall, return to page 50 and answer each of the questions. You may answer these questions using bullet points or narrative responses. Please clearly label your sections. Section 2. Watch Simon Sinek's TED Talk on the Golden Circle. After reflecting on your why as a trauma-informed educator, create a clear and concise 1 to 2 sentence trauma-informed teaching mission statement, and write a 1-page reflection analyzing the core values in your purpose statement that connect you to a trauma-informed approach. And then section 3, reflecting on the importance of having clarity in your mission and values as a trauma-informed teacher. How might this clarity increase your agency as a teacher and make you a more reflective, self-aware practitioner? And how might it support your well-being? 1 to 2 pages. This is an APA. However, it is okay for you to use first person in this. So I is okay. I'm not sure that shows up anywhere in this, but I am telling you right now, you can use I in this paper as it is all about you. Yeah, that is not listed in here. All right, and then for the end here, remember, email me at any time. Thank you for those of you who emailed me to let me know that the initial remarks weren't working correctly. Without that, I would have had no idea what was going on. You got this. You can do it. I know it's a heavy week with the first assignment coming in, but all I want you to tell me is what is one thing you do regularly for self-care? For me, I play board games and video games. So board games I play with other people. When I need to be just by myself, I play video games by myself. But I find that kind of allows me to recenter and refocus and resets my emotional clock. So have a great week. Fly Eagles fly. I know probably none of you are Eagles fans, but that's okay. I'm allowed to be wrong. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing all of your assignments as you turn them in.